Hello, I am Pete, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas Recharger Weapons Only. It's a lovely sunny day here in Novak, and I'm going to start this episode with a little bit of a kind of state of the channel update. And so as to keep things visually interesting, I'm just going to sort of run up and down this street a little bit, maybe. I'm just going to meander while I talk. So, as you may be aware, depending upon how much you follow this channel, I have been making YouTube videos for specifically gaming videos, for over 10 years. But it hasn't been consistently for over 10 years. It's been very much on and off, doing little bursts of making videos for like a year or so at a while, and then taking a break from that. I found that worked quite well for me because while I'm making videos, it kind of occupies a lot of my gaming time because there's the time taken to edit the videos as well as actually making them. So if I upload 3 half-hour videos per week, then that actually means that per week I am playing games for about an hour and a half. I mean, it's going to be a little bit more than that because some stuff gets edited out, and I do also play games with my family a little bit, but not that much. I find that while I'm having these breaks from making videos, I play games a lot. I get through so much in that time because it's easier. You know, I'll be much more likely to pick up a game if I've just got like a little half-hour break that I can squeeze something into. It changes my relationship with gaming entirely. And I think you're probably assuming that where I'm going with this is I'm saying I'm going to be taking a break from this channel soon so I can play some games. And that is a thing that has some logic to it, but that's not really the whole picture. So first off, a little detail. My current run of gaming is about 3.5 years. My current run of making videos is about 3.5 years. I did a little bit of streaming during the COVID pandemic. That was kind of my gateway. And then in February 2021, I started recording and uploading Yakuza 0. And that was basically the start of my current run. You know, for the last nearly 3.5 years, I have been uploading pretty much 3 episodes every week, sometimes more, I think, actually. But there is stuff going on in my life, as happens. Everyone has stuff going on in their lives, and it's drawing a lot of my focus, and so that focus is being drawn away from the making the videos for the channel. I still enjoy it, but it's not kind of it's not grabbing me to the same extent as it often does. So where am I going with this? Well, firstly, Monday's episode of Control is going to be the last in the series. So my feeling at the moment is I'm probably going to drop to 2 videos a week. All of this is up in the air. It's entirely based upon what feels right to me in the moment. But I'm feeling with that little slight dip in my energies that maybe going to 2 episodes per week will help me to sustain. Now, in the moment, just purely saying that and getting the thought off of my chest might be enough to reinvigorate me, and I might feel like, yeah, I can do it. 3 episodes per week, no problem. I just want to let you know that I'm going through this at the moment, and you know, one outcome of this might be going to 2 episodes per week. One episode might be putting the channel on hiatus entirely. One might be no difference at all, and I just keep making three videos per week, and all is good. But I sort of wanted to get this off of my chest, and I'm aware that I've already spent the first 4 minutes of this video talking about it. But it's something that's important to me, and it feels like it's relevant to you. And sometimes just talking about this stuff helps. I haven't scripted this little intro. This is just, as you can probably tell, just me, blur, stream of consciousness, where I'm at the moment. And let's say no more about it. Let's get on with the video. So, another thing that is a consequence of the fact that this channel has had a little bit less of my focus is I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do in this episode. You know, what usually happens when I'm really actively engaged with this channel is I will spend a lot of my downtime thinking, goody, can't wait until the weekend, I'll do some recording, I'm going to be doing some Fallout New Vegas, and I specifically want to do this particular quest. But that just hasn't been in my head at the moment, and that's indicative of something, isn't it? So these are the quests we've got on the go at the moment. Return to sender, upgrade some ranger stations. This might be what I need. It's going to give me the opportunity to do some running around. A lot of these ranger stations I already have fast travel markers at. So let's do it. Let's start with the ones that we haven't been to yet. So we haven't been to Ranger Station Bravo yet. We've got a fast travel at the Crash B-29. We'll have some cazadors to fight. You know what? Let's do it. I feel like after having wasted the first 5 minutes, and I know it's not wasting, right? But I know that having used up the first 5 minutes of this video just talking about stuff, I'm going to give you some cazadors to make things worth their while. Now, I think here you can actually creep past these. I think if you go into sneak and stay left, you can get past these without engaging them at all. But I feel like taking some risks. So the Power Breed Delta, this has got a really good single shot damage, but it's slow. It's slow as molasses. It's not right against cazadors. So here's a question. If I just fire a shot into this melange, how many am I going to draw out? Let's find out. Oh, I see 3 of them that look a bit aggroed. I need to start shooting. This is going okay. I think most of these are crippled. That one's pretty surely crippled. Yeah, this one needs to be crippled. As you are probably aware, with cazadors, the trick is crippling their wings. Once they're on the floor, they're much slower. They don't come at you anywhere near as fast. That one's not crippled. Take the wings. Yeah, the danger in the cazadors is definitely... Oh! I saw that on my compass. I saw the red mark moving on my compass. That one caught me. So I need to get the focus on the wings. Why can I not target the wings? Is there a way to... okay, I think I need to drop out of VATS and go back in. No, it's only letting me target the torso. Okay, well, yeah, it was nearly dead anyway. Alright. None of them landed a hit there. We did not take any poison. Yeah, as I was saying, the threat in the cazadors is the speed at which they close on you. They close fast, and then they poison you. This is not good times. So, yeah, as long as you target the wings with a nice high DPS weapon, you will probably be good. Okay, so I think there's going to be no enemies at this place. There is a locksmith, lockpicking skill book. I'd quite like that. I'm surprised I haven't... No, that's fine. I was going to say I'm surprised I haven't been here in this playthrough. It feels like I was here not long ago, but that was actually in the previous playthrough. 2 rats. Not sneaking up on me today. And another one. Forgot about rat 3. Cool. So we will have a little look along here. Take the money out of the cash registers. Take the book from... Is it on the table? Tumblers today. Yep. Let's read that right away. And we've got an average lock safe, which we can get into easily. I feel like I've picked up fewer bobby pins in this run than I normally do. In fact, have I just done less looting in this run than I normally do? Am I speed running this a little bit? I mean, I'm clearly not speed running it. Yeah, the speed run for Fallout New Vegas is like 17 minutes or something like that, and involves an exploit that involves using reload to fly across the sky like some sort of superhero. I'm not doing that, as you've noticed. But yeah, I think I definitely am moving through this game at quite a pace and not doing half the amount of looting that I usually would. And I think there's a good reason for that, which is that usually when I play this game, I loot way more stuff than I need. I accumulate a huge stockpile of things that never end up getting used. And the more that I play this game, the more that I realise how unnecessary that is. I'm going to pick up a barrel cactus fruit now, just for irony. Yeah, I realise how I don't need half of the stuff that I pick up. and I just end up accumulating a huge stockpile of unnecessary things. And so I think with each playthrough, I probably loot a little bit less and a little bit less. And yet still I always have enough. I think that playing a playthrough where you never looted at all would be impossible. How would that work? I suppose you would need to use the money that you get from quest rewards to buy all of the things you need. And yeah, I'm not sure if that's sustainable. Okay, let's try and get ourselves in here. Are any of these doors? Is there an entrance maybe around the back? This one will do. Who is my target? I think I need to check the local map. Dead ahead of me. It's not you. It's a person. This person.
If you're here to sell something, we don't want any.
Sergeant Reyes sent me here. I've got a security update for your radio.
No problem. Hey, do me a favor when you get back to Reyes and tell her that we don't need any more damn ammo. Wouldn't mind more water, though.
And why don't you use your radio to fix your supply situation?
You think I haven't tried? Every time I do, Camp Golf acknowledges the situation. And soon after that, more ammo.
And how are your water supplies right now?
We're not gonna die of thirst anytime soon, but I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Since you have extra, could I have some of that ammo?
It's not my call to make. You'd have to clear it with Ranger Erickson.
All right, let's talk about something else.
All right?
And that something else is goodbye.
Careful out there.
Now, I don't need ammo. That's of no use to me. I'm going to fast travel somewhere now because most of these destinations we have markers. This is the one. Let's go here. This is going to be fun. So I think from Sunset Sarsparilla Headquarters up and around. And there will be some enemies along the way. We have sleep deprivation. We have some dehydration. I'll address the dehydration right now. I think we've still got some purified water on me. I do. So yeah, I'm feeling quite talkative, as you probably noticed. Can I get through this gap? I can get through this one. And yeah, one of the things I alluded to at the start of the video is the stuff going on in my life at the moment, which is, the consequence of that is having a reduced amount of focus on this channel. It's also put me into a very reflective kind of space. It's yeah, I mean, there is limits to how much I'm willing to share on here, which is fair enough. Everyone needs to have limits. So I'll be selective in what I say, but what I will give you is that the stuff I'm going through has forced me to confront feelings that I haven't had for the last 20 years of my life, and also to confront some new feelings that I've never had before. My hunger level has increased. That's timing, isn't it? Got something nice? Maybe a grilled mantis? That does the job. See, I was about to talk about feelings and then that happened. So I have found myself... Oh, is that a playground? I've found myself having to be a lot more reflective and to learn to talk about things instead of bottling them up. Always go up the slide. And so, yeah, maybe that's why in this episode I feel like there's normally cazadors around here. I'm scared. Hold me. They're not here at the moment. That's good. Yeah, so it's making me talkative. It's making me feel quite sharey. Not sharey exactly. I'm not wanting to tell you everything about my life. But this I've got a sort of momentum. I've developed a momentum for talking about what I'm going through. And so that's where we are right now. There's more cazadors. Here's Griffin Wares. Don't mind taking some of this stuff. Is there anything better than these items? Yeah, some decent things. I think that'll do for this area. And yeah, I'm feeling brave today. Let's get the attention of the cazadors. Come on, show me your wings. Is there going to be another one, or is it just the one? And back to hidden. So apparently this is just a lonely, solitary cazador. Fine. I think there are some raiders in that building, but I don't care much for them. And we're still in hidden, so let's keep moving. There is a building somewhere over here that has a speech skill book. I think it's this one up here. Dehydration again. That last bottle of water wasn't quite enough. I wonder if there'll be a bed that I can sleep in here. I feel like my chances are good. That's a table. Not very good at this, am I? So I think that the speech skill book that I always come here for is upstairs. There it is, lying congressional style. And yeah, as I was saying before, I don't do much looting these days, do I? Here's a bed. That'll take 58 off of our sleep. Is that enough? Yep, that's brought us back down. I mean, to be fair, we probably still could do with taking that down a little bit more. What is our sleep number? 149. Yeah, that's still fairly close to the limit. Let's sleep another hour. And I think we're good to leave. Goodbye, Tumbleweed. You can have your house back. Thank you for sharing. That's made it nighttime. You know what? If we're going to sleep, let's sleep proper like. We'll sleep with the Tumbleweed. Okay. And now we have dehydration issues. Is there a sink? Doesn't seem like it. I'll just have a look around in case there's some water stashed. Because while I do have some water, don't really want to use all of it if I can help it. Bit of dirty water there. Well, to be fair, radiation isn't too much of a problem to us. I can afford to drink some dirty water if push comes to shove. But yeah, there's no plumbing in here, is there? Alright, let's head on outside. It's probably not quite light yet, but it's going to be quite soon. 4:45, you know what, let's wait for an hour. And another hour. Let's have it properly light. Okay, let's keep pushing on towards this other ranger station. So somewhere there is... Yes, that's it. That little road. That little path that leads into the mountains. And I think that up there, that is the tower that we are going to be aiming for. So we need to go through this little gap in the mountains and then turn towards that. And it should be a fairly uneventful little journey. I think that I probably run into a giant mantis or two, but I'm not expecting anything tougher than that. Also, this is a good opportunity for me to introduce our sponsor for this episode. Yes, we have a sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Chris Johnson. It's a personal message. Oh yeah, Chris, of course. Yes, 2 episodes back, you proposed to Brenda. Oh, brilliant. That was so exciting. I hope that went really, really well. So yeah, let's have a look at what the message is this time. Okay, well, I guess we have our answer here. Chris Johnson's message this episode is, Caroline, will you marry me? I must confess, I'm feeling a bit less enthusiastic about you now, Chris. You're not my favourite person right now. Anyway, if anyone out there wants to sponsor this episode, do leave a comment. I'm sure you know how this works. You must have figured it out by now. Alright, here we go. We have arrived at the Ranger Station. As you will see, I switched from the MF Hyperbreeder Alpha to the Recharger Rifle just because, you know, it's a small handful of mantises. They are not tough. The Recharger Rifle is ample. And Let's conserve the durability on the MF Hyperbreeder Alpha. Not that we really need to that badly, because weapon repair kits is definitely not something that's in short supply. But I'm just doing that thing again where I'm being excessively conservative with my resources. I just can't help myself. Alright, here we are. Comm Officer Lenk. With a duck and cover. Which isn't stealing. Really? Yeah.
You're here for the money. I told the Emeritus I was good for it. I just need more time.
I brought updated radio security codes from Camp Forlorn Hope.
Oh, well, yeah. I can do that. Thanks.
What happened between you and the Emeritus?
I talked to the cashier at Gamora into forwarding me some chips. I was convinced I was due for a hot streak. It, didn't go so well. The Emeritus were nice and said they'd give me some time to pay them back. They also said if they had to talk to me about my debt again, they wouldn't be nice the next time.
I thought NCR Rangers were supposed to be tough and fearless.
I don't want to talk about it.
If you don't tell me, someone else will. I'd rather hear your version.
We were on patrol near the dam when a Legion raiding party jumped us. Didn't even have time to radio it in. I was hit in the head with a machete and knocked out. Didn't kill me, though some nights I wish it had. When I woke up, my nerve was gone. The rest of my squad was crucified, butchered, mutilated. I don't know how they missed me. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they knew they'd broken me. I gambled and drank a lot after that. Got into trouble. But the Rangers gave me a second chance instead of kicking me out. So here I am.
You were too tough to kill, and you'll get payback on the Legion someday.
Maybe. But thanks for saying it anyway.
You're welcome. Goodbye now.
Watch out for great cons.
Okay, cool. So, with those 2 ranger stations visited, I think we can basically fast travel to the rest. So let's zoom our way around. Ranger Station Charlie first. Let's head on inside.
You're back. What's up?
I brought new security codes for this station's radio from Sergeant Reyes.
Simple enough to change? I doubt the Legion's listening in on us. They're not that sophisticated. But better safe than sorry, right?
Anything unusual happening around here?
It was quiet until those rockets blasted off over our heads.
Ah, yes, that was my doing. Goodbye.
See you around.
Cheers, Stepanak. Now, let's see, where's next? Oh, Ranger Station Echo. We actually don't have a fast travel near that at all. That's going to be a bit of a trek from Novak. All right, well, let's keep picking off the ones that we have been to. Ranger Station Delta.
Why are you still here?
I actually left and came back. I haven't been here this whole time, Sheffer. I've brought radio security code updates from Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope.
Very well. You can tell Reyes that this station is secure.
Goodbye.
Ma'am.
Oh, I like it when they call me ma'am. All right, we have another one nearby. Ranger Station Alpha is quite close to Boulder Beach Campground. Will the Lake Lurks have respawned? Let's find out. Doesn't look like it. My dehydration level has increased, but we are in the perfect spot to do something about that because the water in Lake Mead is deliciously good. I think that should take us down to a waterometer of 0. 3, close enough. So yeah, we just want to head to this ranger station right over here. Question is, can I navigate this little hillock? Or will we be invisible walled to bits? Looking good. Looking better than good. Looking great. Alright, comm officer will be in a tent somewhere. This one over here.
Hello.
When you steal NCR equipment, tools, and personal property, you are his bitch.
This post isn't someplace a civilian ought to be.
Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope sent me with a security update for your radio.
All right. She radioed ahead and mentioned that somebody was coming by. Odd that she'd send a civilian instead of a trooper, though.
Anything going on around here?
Just the usual. Legion scouts try to slip across the river a couple of times a week, but they always end up floating downriver with holes in their heads.
All right, goodbye.
Don't get killed out there.
Try not to. It does happen sometimes, but yet somehow I always seem to bounce right on back. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here, given that we have established that the journey to Ranger Station Echo is going to be a bit of a walk, probably from Novak. So that's where we'll pick up in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.